Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the Beef Play channel, and today guys I'm going to be showing you all the leaks that have been added into Islands for next update. Okay, getting into the first leak, there is actually going to be a new hostile mob that will protect mines next update. So this is going to be really cool. Maybe we'll see a brand new island that is kind of involved into a mine, or maybe it's just meaning the place on the main island. I'm not entirely sure exactly if it's referring to a whole new island or if it's just a protector of an island. So we could be seeing it on, you know, Buffalo Island. We could be seeing it in different areas. Maybe there's actual mining areas that is coming to islands, a bit like Skyblock on games like Minecraft and stuff like that. So that is going to be insanely cool if we see something like that, where we can actually go somewhere to mine, get XP and all of that kind of stuff. So that'd be really good if something like that actually happens. So fingers crossed something does like that happens. If you have got up to this point in the video, please be sure to turn that red subscribe button into a grey one, and let me know down in the comments if it has turned grey. So let's carry on into the video. So what we want to do, we just want to grab all of these crops right here, and then we'll get into the next leak. So the next leaks are sound effects. Okay, so these sound effects, there's a lot of them. There is a lot of sound effects that has been included into Islands for this update. Mainly they are just for the golem though. So let's get on into the first sound. So that sound is obviously the golem footsteps. Okay, so there are a bunch of different kind of footsteps on different kind of grounds that has been added into Islands leaks. So we could be seeing this on more of a hard ground, so maybe in the mines, in stuff like that. So let me show you for an example what I mean by it could be spawning in the mines. So as you probably know, the hub, yes, it is really good. However, there isn't really a use up until a point when you actually play this. So if we go into one of these caves round the back here, I'm just going to go into everyone just for an example. Again, I could be wrong, I could be right, but these are just my kind of thoughts of, you know, what could be added. So do bear that in mind. That is more of my imagination than what could actually happen. But guys, if you think about it, the islands could carve out the whole entire mountain, and there could be an underground side to islands. So that'd be really cool to see in the game. And we could be seeing like protectors, so we have to keep, you know, defeating them while we mine maybe a mystery ore or something along those lines. So that is going to be really cool if something like that happens. So let's get on into the second sound effect. So the second sound effect that you've just heard is a golem's grunt. So I'm pretty interested on where they actually get all the sound effects from, if they make it or if they download it somewhere, but it sounds really good. And I'm guessing that this kind of sound is more of the attack. So once it gets triggered onto you, let's call it, maybe this actually indicates if it is actually angry at you and it will be coming for you. So maybe it grunts and then it attacks. Maybe that's how it will work. So let's get on into the third sound effect. So this sounds a bit like, you know, maybe it falls off of something, or maybe it trips up every so often, or maybe it does some weird kind of thing, like slams maybe a hammer or their hand into the ground. It's really difficult to tell in just audio clips, but I'm sure it's going to be absolutely awesome when the update is released. Hopefully this Friday, but it could be next Friday in another week from now. So do bear that in mind, but make sure you do subscribe if you want to keep updated on this, because there'll be other leak videos throughout the week describing everything that you need to know about the next update. And I'm still yet to cover some of the stuff, key features of this update, so make sure you stay up to date for that, because that will be coming out in the next week or so. Okay, the fourth one, I'm not just going to play that sound, okay, because it is pretty much the exact same sound effect. It is really difficult to see, but what we're going to do, we're going to skip on to the fifth one. So this is when the golem dies. Okay, so this is the golem sound that it will make when it dies. So by the sounds of that, that is like a grunt in itself. It could be something, maybe once you kill it, it sends out tons of XP. Maybe it's even a boss. Maybe it's a small time boss that Islands is kind of more experimenting with to see if this is another way that Islands could possibly introduce bosses. And because there's XP now, maybe this will give you a huge XP buff in the future. It would be pretty cool to see something like that. Maybe XP buffs, bosses, and different stuff like that. So that'd be pretty cool if we see something on those lines in the future. Doesn't that look like a fish down there? I swear that looks like a fish. That you can see like the long beak, there's the tail. Yeah, so I think that is actually a fish down there. That's pretty cool. The final audio of this video is Golem footsteps. So this kind of reverts back to the original one. However, I mean, have a listen to it if you want. Okay, now let's move on to the new UI icons. So if you're not sure what a UI is, it is pretty much these, okay, on the side of the screen. So it has a picture, it's a push to click button like this, okay. You can click, you can interact with it. That is basically a UI, okay. So what we want to do, let's say if we click this, all right, it'll pop up with this. There's nothing special with it really, okay. It doesn't do any like sound effects, it doesn't do any animation when you hover over it or anything like that currently. However, now if you look at these screenshots right here, they have reworked the backpack, the explore, the shop, the skills, and the backpack. So this is really cool how they've kind of like adapted it and kind of adapting it to a bit more friendly to the eye and image in the corner and stuff like that. They're kind of spiking it up a little bit, adding a bit more color to it and all of that. So I do appreciate them actually doing that, because for some people maybe they can't see those certain colors, so they kind of need a different kind of color or anything like that. So maybe the Islands is adding something like that. But at the end of the day, I mean, it would definitely look really good if we had like a color button for the shop, and then this happens. So an audio shop open. So they're finally adding sound effects that will actually improve kind of the overall clicking the button, okay. Instead of just clicking the button being boring and nothing happening, okay, now there will be a sound. Honestly, I'm not really too of a fan with audio when you click a button and then it makes an audio, but I mean, at the end of the day, for some people and for most people will actually enjoy that and enjoy interacting a bit more with the game mechanics and stuff like that. So that is going to be quite good. So maybe you could click the oily crops and then it says like some sort of sound or something like that. But let me show you the sound effects anyway. So here it is. So as you can see, that sounds a bit like a coin kind of press. However, that's the shop one. So when you click on the shop, it will make that bloop sound. So that is going to be quite cool when that is added. So currently those are all the leaks that have actually been added into Islands. A big shout out to Dash Show Port for actually hooking me up with all the portal keys, so I do appreciate that so much. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure you do drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.